Hi, St. Timothy, Father Patrick here, and happy and blessed Lent. We're in now this first week of Lent, and the Triduum, Easter Vigil, Easter Sunday is going to come by quick. And so we've got to take advantage of this really beautiful season that the church gives to us to kind of really prepare ourselves and kind of work along in our faith journey. So what are the three pillars of Lent? It's prayer, fasting, and almsgiving. So prayer is our relationship with God. And so it's always important that whatever our prayer life is, that we really take a look at it and make sure that we're giving some good time to God each day for prayer. Because as many of you who are married or in friendships or other relationships with family members, if you're not communicating, then you're not building the relationship. So prayer becomes very important. Fasting is also important because I think one of the things, and it's just not food, I think one of the things that we can do throughout our day, and especially in a consuming culture that we have here in the US, we're very blessed that we can fill our lives with so much, with food, drink, social media, television, all sorts of things that just kind of stimulate us, that we fill ourselves up and we don't allow any room for God. And so I think it's important that we practice fasting, whether it be from food, or a lot of people are doing social media this year, or what have you. To let ourselves be emptied so that in that place that has now been emptied, that God can now come through, especially the gift of his Holy Spirit to kind of come through us. And that final part is almsgiving. And it's not necessarily like giving money to the poor, but very important. But, giving our time, talent, and treasure to that person in our life who needs it, whether they be lonely or maybe a neighbor who lives by themselves and needs extra help. Or maybe we do find that person who is in poverty that needs, food, shelter, maybe a little kindness. And so the beautiful gift about almsgiving is that it allows us to think outside of ourselves and not just inward. We live in this world and we live amongst other people. We live in community. And so it becomes very important. All of this is taking us to Easter, and all of us should be changing us, and we should become more conformed to the likeness of Christ. And so I think it's important that we just don't take these things and like, oh, these are the things that I got to do to get me to Easter, and then we're done with it. No, whatever we're doing should continue on in our faith journey. It's something that helps us grow. With that, God bless you all. Have a great Lent, and we'll see you next week.